to Constant Motion with Tori, and I am Tori, your host. Having some light difficulties here. Sheesh. Uh, how you guys doing tonight? Give me a second. I don't think this light's gonna stay in tonight, which is so too bad. So sad. I'm gonna do it anyway, with or without the light. I would like the light. I mean, my goodness. Welcome to Constant Motion with Tori, and I'm Tori, your host. If you're gonna have to do the outside light tonight, it's just an over the stove light, but clearly, and it's not the bulb. It's my over the stove light comes via electricity and not just like, of course, the electricity, but I mean, it's not because of the bulb, it's because of the plug outlet. Of course, it's the electricity. How you guys doing? Tonight, I'm just going to be with you guys making a salad dressing, an arugula basic salad, and then I'm going to also make a smoothie. We're going to start with the smoothie first. I want to welcome you guys into the channel today. I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm going to sing something. Fill my cup, Lord. I lift it up, Lord. Come and quench this thirsting in my soul. Bread from heaven, feed me until I want no more. Fill my cup and make me whole. Fill my cup, Lord. I lift it up, Lord. Come and quench this thirsting in my soul. Bread from heaven, feed me until I want no more. Fill my cup, fill it up, and make me whole. Okay, welcome to Constant Motion with Tori, and I'm Tori, your host, and we are making some smoothies tonight and some salads. I am raw for 30 days. This is day 24 out of 30. I hope you've been joining me for this ride. Hey, Bentley, and hey, Shelton. How y'all doing tonight? I'm excited to just get on started today. We're going to have arugula salad with a DIY dressing with a sesame seed base, as well as just basically cranberry with a almond peanut topping. And then I'm going to also make a blueberry banana strawberry smoothie. And that's what we're doing, y'all. And I'm also going to peel a sweet potato so that I can pretty much add this to my salad raw. Hello, Meatball Soda. He says, who is this girl boss? It's just me, a lady here. But anyways, I'm going to get started. We are going to peel this sweet potato and then cut it up. Let me put you guys on my other screen. My light right now is a little sucky. My light over my stove decided to give out, which sucks, but we are still going to make this happen. And regardless, to the technical difficulties, as they say in show business. Though I am not a show business person, the show must go on. This is my favorite knife. Love it, love it. And so we're going to peel this potato. And I hope you guys are having a good night. I am. If you didn't catch my last live, it was called Travel Edition. And that was my day 23. And my day 22 is a travel edition. I am back in my sticks and bricks for good, and definitely for now, for a good while now, because I found it to be too much of a uncomfortable situation. I was food prepared. That did not become, or was that a problem while traveling? But my problem was just sheer comfort. It was doing van life. I was doing that. And I've done it before. I'm no newbie to van life. However, it was just hard. Like my mind, my body was not interested in doing that at all this time. And I had to respect that, So I'm back and going in a different direction for my own listening to my body. You shouldn't ignore if you can afford to. I don't have any dependents or anything like that, so I have the liberty to kind of do what I want to do by the grace of God in the area of, some people work jobs just because they have to feed their children, and I get it. But I mean, I don't have that going on, so I really do get to be, do things kind of like when I want to do them. But I have bills just like all y'all, don't get it twisted. And I have some urgent bills too. But I still have to listen to my body, because what's a bill being paid if I'm not feeling well? I have to be here tomorrow. So that's more important than, anything else, in my opinion. That's how I live, and that's how I think. But I am ready to make some better choices so that I can sustain myself and get my feet on the ground. So in a way, I'm starting over when it comes to my financial route. But that's okay, because I don't come from having a big giant career or anything like that. I haven't invested in education like that. Just a few classes at a local college, which, is here or there. So it's okay. I literally have been enjoying discovering what it is I want to do. And I was talking on my last live that what I wanted to do is start using the gifts and talents that I have, that God has put into me. Some of the gifts and talents are very technical, and certain things that I just also like to do. I'm not the best singer by no means, but I love singing. It's so wonderful. It's so fun. Someone here named Oliver says, you say my name for my birthday first and last. Looks like, because I'm reading backwards, Oliver. It says Oliver Klosoff. Looks like Oliver Klosoff. Okay, so happy birthday, Oliver Klosoff. Hope you're having a great day. One thing's for sure is I feel like I definitely have a definite gift to speak, and, have a bold speech as well, and a very confident speech, and I think that that's a gift, and it's very natural, and I want to use that more. I want to use my technical skills more. I'm very gifted with picking up on technology, not every single thing technical, but many things, and I take joy in it. I enjoy editing. I enjoy doing things like that all the time. It's certainly up my alley. I enjoy doing design. I enjoy using creativity to make, like I said, designs for shirts or designs for cups. I was doing that before it was popular. I was doing that kind of stuff in my own time. I used to want to have shirts, and I always used to want to was about to do it, but it's let's take action. It's so annoying when I think back on my life and all the things that I'm well able to do, and I see people doing it, and I'm like, that is so awesome. But what's the difference between me and those who did it is that they executed their desires. They just went ahead and did it. I even bought a whole coffee cart one time. I bought it from like 4 hours away. These people were so nice to me. I was probably 24 at the time. They made me make payments on this cart. I bought it. I paid it off. I bought my coffee canteens. I had a cash register. I had all this stuff. And I never started my coffee business at 24 years old. Do you know how that makes me feel? like a silly, silly, silly goose. I mean, I had no one to help me, if that matters. I mean, there's so many people that are 24 nowadays that are literally making money at 19, 18, 17, 16, 12. They're out here making that money. And I think that's amazing. I had the mental, like, aspiration. I had the desire. It was so much in my heart. I just didn't know how to do it. I just didn't know how to start. I just didn't know. And I literally knew how to buy things. I knew how to research things. I really wish I had someone to hold my hand in those days, but everything happens for a reason. I took business classes. I've always done good in business studies in high school and in college. And it's like, I love business. I love it. I love the idea of working for yourself. I feel like I would be great with my customer service. I know how to treat people kindly, especially in a position of customer service. I enjoy people. I do. At this point in my life, I'm pivoting more so to the media side of things. And like I said, use my gifts. I feel like I can probably help people don't know very much about computers, kind of get them going. There's so much on my heart. There's books on my heart. There's music on my heart. There's all kind of stuff on my heart. There's furthering my dietary journey. There's me, because I have lost 100 pounds in 6 months. I have done work to get to places where I'm at when it comes to my testimony. Testimonies are a testament of your life. And I have a testimony. And even though I gained weight back, not all of it, but some of it, I gained 65 of 100 pounds back. And I've been back on my journey since August the 1st in a really focused way, resetting with a raw journey for 30 days. Now, if you ask me, we all fumble the ball in our journeys. We all fumble the ball in life. We all do things that, falling off, in other words. We all fall off sometime. And, some people fall off secretly. Some people fall off publicly. Some people fall off, in front of everybody. And, sometimes we feel shame because we want to look good. We don't want anybody to know that we're not doing good. I never really hung out with people who are all like who's who, but I have my own standards. I let myself down. If nobody else was let down, I let Victoria down. And so I'm just on my way, slowly but surely, climbing back up that ladder of success. And I'm excited because I know that no one's going to do this for me, and nor do I expect them to. And it's the day at a time, 12 steps. And I'm enjoying my life. I'm enjoying understanding, life. Crazy happened today while I was driving home. Why did I get caught up in this serious, it was like a super flooding hurricane on the West Coast as I was driving. I was so disturbed. I watched a big dumpster, the kind that are like for any industrial company, those big giant dumpsters, the blue ones. I watched that thing just slide across the full terrain. It slid from one side to the parking lot. I was in a rest stop, and I just watched it slide straight across the terrain. I saw a tree break off and begin to blow across the ground. I have a little car, and I'm like, oh my Lord, my brake was up, my car was shaking. I couldn't believe it, and I was just so disturbed, and where I needed to go was dry as a bone. And so I'm like, I just have to drive like 30 minutes to get there. And I had to pretty much wait, take cover, drive smart, but I could not wait to get out of that crazy rain. It was insane. I mean, it was so many cars. I think I'll post some shorts on it because I did take some footage. We were like, if you ever saw that movie Dinosaurs, I'm 37, so there's this movie called Dinosaurs. And they're like all these dinosaurs challenging the enemy dinosaur. And they have this leader, Longneck Brontosaurus, and he's all like, stand together. If if you know that part. And that's how it was. Everybody was in like a group circle with their cars, standing together, waiting for this storm to pass. And I was so grateful because my car was in the front for a minute and taking in all that blunt of the weather, which was so scary. But then a big, like, van lifer guy, he came and he parked right next to me, and I was just so relieved because, you know, he kind of blocked some of that wind for me. And I have a little car. So I was like, no, buddy. And I was just praying. I was talking to my mom. Cameraman was there. It was really interesting. But I will post some shorts on how, you know, some of that looked and everything. Woo, so I think that's enough sweet potato. I'll just save the rest. This is not a primarily sweet potato dish, so it's not needed to just go too crazy. But yeah, this is a good amount of sweet potato. I'm quite pleased with that. So we'll set that aside. That's for our salad that we are going to have with the arugula. Now, what are we going to do now? We are going to make our smoothie. We're going to make our strawberry, blueberry, banana smoothie. And let's go ahead and pour the blueberries in here. I do hope you guys are having a good evening. I'm making a mess a little bit. Okay, open this up. Drop it. Oh my. Okay. The next bag, I gotta do a better job than that. Let me pick those up. But I had a smoothie yesterday. It was strawberry lemonade smoothie, and I used my whole lemon, frozen lemon, which is peeling and everything. And I also used my strawberries. That came out so tasty, so delicious. In this particular batch, I only have a few strawberries. They have defrosted for about 30 minutes, so those are not as frozen. And then I have 2 blueberry baggies that I pre-prepped for times like this, making our blueberry smoothie. A lot of blueberry juice coming out of there. These are wild blueberries. Now, wild blueberries are fantastic because they taste like super rich. I don't know, like, if you've ever had a wild blueberry versus a regular blueberry. There is a difference. These are my frozen bananas. There's a difference between a wild blueberry and just blueberries. And I didn't realize that till a few years ago. Because I used to just think, buy blueberries and it's good, you know, it's all good. And it's actually totally, like the wild ones, to me, that's what a blueberry is all about. Like, I'm all about the wild blueberry flavor. That's my go-to when it comes to blueberries. I don't know when the last time I chose anything separate. Usually anything different. Usually what I do is use my Vitamix for this. But I've been like trying to share with the world that you don't have to use a Vitamix just to have a smoothie. This is honey and stevia blended in about 16 ounces of water. You do not need a Vitamix to make a smoothie. Okay? I wish people would, you know, push that more. You know, we all know Vitamix is the nicest smoothie maker that I've ever heard of. But, you know, you can still use a good old, this isn't even a brand. This is that literal basic one that has like a generic brand. Here we go. Did I plug it up? Oh, snap. Let's plug it up. Are we not charging anymore? Hang on. What in the world? Is this the right cord? Technical problems, y'all. Again, it's been a technical day. Let's see. Okay, that was a very short blend. Not at all. Is that really done yet? But I am going to go ahead and I would like to add another banana. I would like it to be a little more banana-y. I guess that's probably all I'm going to get to add. And that's cool. You know, I'm just looking to enjoy a nice dinner of arugula salad, and I'm sharing this with someone, so this is enough for me and that person. Let's see. that is officially done, we're just going to pour into the small little jars, our little mason jars. Give me a second, let me rinse it out. I always rinse out my jars, though they're washed, of course. It just feels like extra cautionary is the way to go. I'm going to blend it one more time. Okay, that works for me. We're gonna pour this into our little jars, and we're gonna move on to our salad dressing because we're making a arugula salad. Okay, pouring, That's all she wrote, and that's it. So let's go ahead and rinse this out real fast. And if you don't rinse out your blender relatively quickly, what's going to happen is your product will be stuck to the darn thing and making it quite difficult to remove. These are half full jars, which is fine because we're having a salad with this. This is not meant to be some kind of overly full moment because, you know, I often will make a 32-ounce smoothie and that is a full moment, but this is just, you know, nice little side dish. So here we go. We are going to make our salad dressing. Now that I've rinsed out my jar. Here we go again. So what we're going to do with this salad dressing, y'all, excuse the cords, we got a little action going on. We're going to add the vinegar. This is a balsamic vinaigrette. We have some pink Himalayan sea salt. We have my pre-mixed salad dressing. I am making my dressings like this now. This is all you need to enjoy a whole, organic, no extra ingredients. This is sesame seeds base. So if you have an issue with nuts or seeds, that's what this is. And you can have it just like this alone. Now these are nuts and almonds here, which I will be adding on my particular dressing for just me, myself, and I. But this is all you need if you ever want to try this salad dressing for your own tasting. But I'm going to connect the two. Just a few of these because I'm going to also put this on my salad. Speaking of nuts, let me speak about nuts. Now, nuts, you guys can like, subscribe if you're enjoying the content. That will help me a lot. Trying to get monetized, and in the time that God says is so, I shall be monetized, and I can't control that. But if y'all watching could go ahead and subscribe, that would be cool. So, anyway, one thing I want to say about nuts is I got to cut back on my nuts. I've been eating too many nuts, like so many nuts. The nuts are nutting. Excuse me, that didn't sound right. Anyway, I've been using too many nuts and I'm not pleased because I know that nuts do translate to fat. And I'm not hiding from seeds and from the fat of a nut, but I think I've been eating too many. So I didn't add the nuts at all to this. We're going to add a few. That's enough. So just a few nuts were added. And if I was just eating that many nuts, I wouldn't feel bad about it. But that's not it, honey. I'm eating so many nuts, it's not funny. Because I find them to be very fulfilling. You know, I like to feel full. But I need to really pivot. You know, sometimes I emotional eat, raw or not. So I've heard a lot of raw people talk about emotional eating and also about eating less. Though you're eating healthy, you still can overdo healthy choices, which is freaking mind-blowing. I mean, you're doing better to have healthy choices, obviously, than having a bunch of Big Macs. But you can still run into another problem on the healthy side. So, like, you have to really do change. Like, you really have to address the issues that you're having. And in my case, I definitely feel like I do emotional eat sometime, which is absolutely something that I'm sure a lot of people can relate to. You know, let's blend this up. These are my sesame seeds. I'm making a sesame seed salad, y'all. Okay, so I just wanted to give it a small pre-chop for this to be easier to blend with the liquid. So right now it looks kind of like clumpy because the oils press it together. All of that is going to fall apart by touch. But anyway, we're just going to add, this is a stevia honey water combination. I like sweet salad dressing, so we're going to add the stevia water. This is about probably 7 ounces that I added. Also, I did cut up some sweet potato, and here goes a few thumb-sized pieces. I'll go ahead and add that for it to be a little more flavorful and surprise me. You know, I am very, very spontaneous. I'm gonna add a little bit of this because this is my balsamic. I'm very, very spontaneous with it. I enjoy the surprise of flavor. I just enjoy really what I'm doing. You know, this is fun for me. This is fantastic. And this is something that I want to share with everyone that's willing to watch, that this is possible. What am I doing? I'm eating raw. I'm choosing to prepare my food at home. I'm not ordering out. Not that you can't find a quality place to eat at ordering out, but most of us don't choose quality when we order out. We just buy, you know, not quality. We buy that bad stuff. But there's a lot of good quality restaurants. I think one that's called True Foods, and I actually ate there quite a few times, and it's pretty good, you know. I like my food better. I'm going to always feel that way. Here we go. Okay, so I'm seeing that it's thick, thick, thickety thick. Oh my goodness, this one is resisting my open. I don't want to close it that tight next time. We're going to go ahead and add more of this stevia honey water. So I'm not vegan, you know. I just thought about how, you know, whoever may watch this and hear the word raw, and, you know, they may just associate me with vegan, which I'm definitely not. You know, even if I was plant-based, you know, I'm not a vegan plant-based person because at the end of the day, you know, vegans don't eat honey. And even if I never ate meat again, I would still consume honey. That's just how I feel. Okay, we're almost there as far as getting to the texture. It's still really thick, which is fine. Probably will add the rest of the water. Let's give it a small taste. This is good. We need more balsamic. I want that tart to shine. And I need to add a little Himalayan salt. There's already Himalayan in the base that I started with, but you have to taste it. You have to figure out what things are needed. The only thing that I am missing is a little more sweetness. This honey stevia, we're running out of my sweet ingredients, and I really don't want to use, I have maple syrup. I'm not really interested in using that, so we'll try to see if I can accomplish the goal here as far as sweetness. Let's go. All right, let's see if we got this dressing where I need it to be. Let's give it a quick taste right here. It's pretty good. I am missing the sweet element that I prefer, which makes me sad because I do like it to be sweet. So the only thing I could think to do, which I hate to do it, is add maple syrup just this one time. So, I'm going to add some maple syrup because I need it to taste. Do I have any stevia packets around here? I think I have some stevia packets. Let me go check. I'll be right back, you guys. I need to go check if I have some stevia packets in my room because I really don't want to use this maple syrup. I don't want to. It's not a good idea. I'm going to go check because I have a purse, and sometime I'll put some stevia packs from the store in there. I'm going to place you guys on hold. If you'd like to tune in and watch, the rest of the video, I would appreciate that. Here's my sweet potato that I peeled. I'm making an arugula salad. Be right back. Thank you. Hi, you guys. Thank you for holding. I'm so sorry that I had to step away. I'm back. I just had to get this one whole solitary pack of stevia because my my DIY salad dressing isn't sweet enough, and I really don't want to add any maple syrup to this. I really don't. So I need to get some more sweetener. I'm out, so that's why we're dealing with this packet like this. I'm also not trying to open up that maple syrup. So there goes the one. This is that stevia in the raw version of stevia. Pretty decent. I'm going to blend this up. I had got some coffee the other day, and that was extra. I do drink coffee, just to clarify. I don't know if I mentioned that so far on my journey, but I also, I'm raw, and I also eat date syrup, and I have initially had maple syrup, so there is no, I'm not a perfectionist, and I'm not a legalist. I'm definitely, giving myself certain liberties, and coffee is one of them. And so I got that packet from some coffee place, and here we go. I really hope this brought it home for me because I really appreciate a slightly sweetness to my salad. And let's see. It's better. It's not quite the goal. So I'm going to do what I don't want to do for the sake of it just needs to taste correct. And I won't abuse this. Um, if my mom had this to herself, maple syrup, it would last her for 6 months. So I'm going to do it like her. And not even use it ever again. I have to add maple syrup, you guys. Because it's not doing what it needs to do. I'm so sorry. I need it to taste correct. It's very important. That's just the kind of food person I am. I tried my best to stick to the plan, and it's not like I'm breaking rules, really. They're rules I made. I was initially having maple syrup, but then I said I'm not. And I'm only choosing to have it because of my circumstantial situation, and it's okay. I'm not abusing it. That was my issue. It's because I am a sugar junkie person. And so, anyway, we're going to bring this in. I'm okay with being transparent about these things. I don't wish to come across, fake and phony. This is what it is. Hopefully this is all I need, and I'm done with the stressing. I'm ready to move on to the salad. That's good. We're going to stop. That is tasty. Got that little sugar, little little crackhead, little neck twitch sugar. Anyway, we're going to add these cranberries. Another not so raw option, but it's going on my salad. 100%. If that's what it takes for you to eat more vegetables, I implore you and encourage you, make sure you do that so you can get those vegetables in and be transparent. You know, as long as you're not being fraudulent about yours and, you know, depending on what you do, sometimes it's just nobody's business. But in my case, because I am representing I describe it as raw, I want to be transparent. You know, but if you got your own little private thing going on, that's sometimes something that you can keep to yourself. But okay, here we go. We're going to go ahead and make this salad. It's a very basic salad. This is not, um, a, how do you put it? I usually put like a lot of ingredients on the salads, but just like I'm out of stevia, I'm out of a lot of things. I just got back in town this evening from a little outskirt trip, a little work situation, and I'm finally back in town, and this is literally, I need to go grocery shopping. So this is what we have. We're going to make 2 salads right now. They're going to be arugula salads. I'm using this baby arugula organic. I love me some arugula. This is my favorite green. Like, arugula is so good. It tastes almost like a spicy mustard or something. I love it. So yummy. So we got the arugula. We ain't playing about that. I feel like I should just use the whole thing, but sometimes I want a little snack. And if I want a snack, I'll just grab me a handful of arugula and get happy. Okay, so we got the arugula. Now we're going to add the sweet potatoes. These have been very lightly used. I use my potato peeler to just grate them up, like you see. And we're going to just throw this on top. Sweet potato raw is so good. I don't know if you ever tried it before, whatever, but you should try it because it's really, really tasty. Cameraman is not cameraing tonight. He's busy, but he's gonna have raw sweet potato for the first time tonight, and I can't wait for his reaction. Okay, so we have that and that. So now we're gonna go ahead and put some raw nuts. These are peanuts and almonds. Peanuts and almonds. Okay, so now we're going to add our cranberries to this situation. And I like to know if you're enjoying this show. Put a thumbs up in the bottom comment section. And then also go ahead and subscribe to my content because I am going raw for the next 30 days. This is day 24 out of 30 raw, and you can definitely look at my content to watch other videos where I show you things like my grocery shopping, my actual meals, and all of this is being done for accountability. That is what this is about. This concludes my salad. I made blueberry, strawberry, banana, wild blueberry, strawberry, banana smoothies. They're half full, so they're about 8 ounces each. They're so yummy. And I made 2 sweet potato, arugula, cranberry, almond, peanut salads. And this is it. I made my own salad dressing right here. This is a sesame seed base. Those who are like allergic to nuts, you know, you can do it with just seeds. And I did add a few almonds and peanuts in here as a side note, but this is primarily made with sesame seeds, and that's pretty much the way that I usually do it. This is it. Let me turn the camera back around so you guys can see me. This is who you guys have been listening to today. I started my video today with a song, so I'm going to sing the same song that I started with. What was the song? It was out. CeCe Winans song. Oh, here we go. Fill my cup, Lord. I lift it up, Lord. Come and quench this thirsting in my soul. Bread from heaven, feed me until I want no more. Fill my cup, fill it up, and make me whole. That's all I got to say. I want to thank you guys for joining me here. This is Tori with Constant Motion, and shalom, you guys. Peace.